Sometimes you got to go crazy. Not crazy, crazy to get out of it, because people are trying to take you out, and you just got to flip all the way. Maybe about 10 people in here have ever had somebody push you till you went, pull your wig off crazy. Yank your earrings off crazy. Kick your stilettos off crazy. And say, okay, you want crazy? It's not good to push us too far. Don't think because we're anointed we won't flip on you. Yeah, don't let the hallelujah fool you. I was talking to God. I wasn't talking to you. And if you push me in a corner, don't make me have to show you why he had to anoint me in the first place, because I need this anointing.
Stop saying, I got to go to work. I got to work out. I got to get this weight off of me. I got to go and meet with the people at the school. I got to deal with my coworkers. Change one word in that sentence and everything about your life changes. I get to wake up in the morning. I get to go to work. I get to go and meet with these people today. When you say I got to, you take all of your opportunities and all of your blessings and you wrap them up in stress by saying I got to. You take all the stress off of it when you say I get to. I'm telling you, it is an amazing game changer.
If you're going to feed your destiny, you have to be careful who you spend time with. If you associate with the wrong people, they can feed you doubt, feed you negativity, feed you gossip. You're going to become like the people you hang around. Make sure that they have what you want. If they're negative, critical, they compromise, they don't have integrity, they're feeding you the wrong things. That's not on your diet. Life is too short to hang around people that are causing you to compromise, pulling you down. Your time is too valuable to waste it with people that don't have a dream, people that aren't going anywhere. You don't have to make some big announcement, but little by little, you should spend less and less time with them. Well, Joel, what if I hurt their feelings? What if they get upset? What if you miss your destiny? What if they're keeping you from going to the next level? When you come to the end of life, you won't stand before people. You will stand before God. He has entrusted you with a gift. You have an assignment. There's something for you to accomplish. You have a responsibility to become who God's created you to be. You have to take bold steps to protect what you're feeding. Those coworkers that are negative and critical, instead of going to lunch with them every day, the right attitude is, I love you, but I'm not going to hang around you because you're feeding me doubt, feeding me negativity, feeding me gossip, and that's not on my diet. Sometimes we don't want to rock the boat. We think if we make changes, we won't have any friends. The truth is, you may be lonely for a season, but God will give you new friends, better friends, people that will push you up and not pull you down. But if you don't get rid of the wrong people, you will never meet the right people. You should surround yourself with people that inspire you, people that challenge you, people that make you better. The book of Deuteronomy, before the Israelites went to battle, God said to the leaders, ask if anyone is afraid. If so, let them go home so they don't frighten everyone else. God knew the fear would spread and keep them from the victory. The people around you are contagious. What they have, over time, you're going to catch. That's why the scripture says, don't hang around with angry, hot-tempered people, or you will become angry and hot-tempered. Spirits are transferable. Proverbs says, when you walk with wise men, you will become wise. Notice it works in the positive and in the negative. You have to be selective with who you choose to spend time with. You're going to catch what they have. We may not realize it, but we're always feeding ourselves. What we watch, listen to, the people we're around, the thoughts we're dwelling on, that's feeding our inner man. If you go to lunch with people that talk bad about the boss, make fun of a coworker, put down a friend, they're feeding you gossip, feeding you jealousy, feeding you disrespect. Here's the key. Whatever you feed is going to grow. You may not like what they're feeding you. You're a nice person. But if you continue to hang around them, before long, you'll be gossiping. You'll be critical. You'll be disrespectful. Why? Because you kept feeding the wrong things. If you're always feeding negative thoughts, thinking, I'll never get well, I'll never meet the right person, you're feeding doubt, feeding mediocrity, feeding fear. A man told me how he spent years of his life on drugs and alcohol, and it had ruined his marriage. He wasn't there for his children. Now he was so down on himself, so discouraged. What was he doing? Feeding the guilt, feeding the regret, feeding the blame. If you feed guilt, it's going to get bigger. If you feed fear, it's going to become larger. What if you spent that same energy feeding your faith, feeding your hopes, feeding your dreams? Yes, I've made mistakes, but Father, thank you that your mercy is bigger than any mistake. Thank you that I am forgiven. Quit feeding the negative and start feeding your faith. What are you allowing in your spirit? The people you're spending time with, the thoughts you're dwelling on all day, is that inspiring you, building your faith, pushing you towards your dreams? Or is it junk food, feeding you guilt, mediocrity, negativity, causing you to compromise? The wrong people can talk you out of your dreams. Don't surround yourself with naysayers, people that tell you what you can't become. You'll never start your business. You'll never break that addiction. You'll never get your degree. You'll never meet the right person. They don't know what's in you. They don't control your destiny. Some of you have dreams that are lying dormant because the people around you are negative. They've accepted mediocrity. Now that's rubbed off on you. The good news is those dreams are still alive. If you will change who you're spending time with, get around people full of faith, people that see your potential, people that call out your seeds of greatness, then you're going to step up to a new level and see those dreams come to pass.
Summertime is a unique time. It's a time of opportunity. It's also a time of challenge. But what else is new? It's what life is called. The last 6,500 years reads like this: opportunity mixed with difficulty. Opportunity mixed with challenge. We've got a chance to grow like never before, but I'm telling you, there's going to be many enemies that's going to try to prevent us. As soon as you plant the garden, the busy bugs and the noxious weeds are out to take it, and you've got to learn not only to nourish your values, you've got to learn to do battle with your enemies. Whatever threatens you, I'm asking you to threaten it back. Take care of your responsibility, but don't take anything off of anybody. Somebody wants to destroy your chances for a good future by their negative talk, negative thinking, putting it all down. I'm telling you, walk away if you have to. Walk away. Whatever threatens you, threaten it back. Whatever threatens your opportunity, threaten it back. Now, some of our enemies are on the outside, but here's the most important thing to understand. Some of our enemies are on the inside. Let me give you a quick list. Indifference. You got to do battle with your own indifference. Boy, it's easy to coast. Especially if you've accomplished something, extraordinary. Now, somebody says, I gotta relax. Here's the key. Not too long. The weeds will take all you plant if you rest too long. Don't rest too long. Indecision. You gotta make those decisions. The ones that don't turn out to be good gives you experience to make better decisions. Don't let much time go by without making some decisions. The ones that you can make quickly, make them quickly. The ones that take time, take your time. But get those decisions made. Don't let indecision be an enemy, rob you of the future, empty your bank account, leave you with zero in the purse. Don't let that happen. The next one is doubt. Sure, there's doubts on the outside. People doubt that America's going to make it. People doubt that Europe's going to make it. People doubt that Russia's going to make it, that Poland's going to make it, that Czechoslovakia's going to make it. They doubt the whole world is going to make it. But I'm asking you not to pick up all those doubts. I'm asking you to have some faith, have some courage, believe, drive your doubts into a small corner. Don't let them loose like a mad dog, drive you into a small corner. Don't doubt the future. Don't doubt the possibilities. Don't doubt the extraordinary gifts that your distributors bring to your organization. Don't doubt that. And here's the most important one of all. Don't doubt yourself. If I've got miracle working power to change my life, so do you. If I've got the ability to change, so do you. If I've got the ability to read, so do you. If I can discover, so can you. If I can grow, you can grow. If I can develop, you can develop. If I can get an invitation like I got 6 years ago, help take something around the world, so can you. If I can stand on this platform, Idaho farm boy raised in obscurity, so can you. If the millionaire team can do it, president's team can do it, walk off with the diamonds, the trophies, so can you. I'm asking you, don't sell yourself short.
That person that left you, no offense to them, but they're a weed. Quit watering the weed. Quit thinking about the weed. This is a new season. God has divine connections lined up for you. Instead of feeding the hurt, feed your faith. Father, thank you that my latter days will be better than my former days. Thank you that what was meant for my harm, you're using to my advantage. If you'll feed your destiny, God will make up for the wrongs. Isaiah said, because you got a double dose of trouble, your inheritance in the land will be double, and your joy will go on forever. That's my prayer for you. That you'll not only see double restored back to you, but you'll be happier and more fulfilled than you've ever been. In Acts chapter 1, the apostles came together to choose a replacement for Judas, who had betrayed Jesus. It came down to two men, Matthias and Barsabbas. The apostles prayed, asked for wisdom. They finally chose Matthias. But imagine how Barsabbas must have felt. This was an incredible opportunity. The 12 apostles would have their names written on the foundation of the New Jerusalem. They would forever be esteemed and respected. Barsabbas got so close, he almost became one of the honored apostles. He could have gotten discouraged, bitter, dropped out. But instead of feeding his history, instead of dwelling on what didn't work out, he let it go and kept feeding his destiny. In Acts chapter 2, it says they were all together in one accord, in one place. That means he wasn't there with a bad attitude. He didn't have a chip on his shoulder. He kept moving forward. When you go through a disappointment, something doesn't work out, do like him. Don't feed the negative. Don't sit around thinking, oh man, I missed my big opportunity. God knows what He's doing. Sometimes He will close doors that we think should be open. Maybe you didn't get the promotion that you worked so hard for. You didn't qualify for that loan, for the new house. The relationship didn't work out. That's in the past. God put a period. That's history. Now keep moving forward. Keep feeding your faith, feeding your dreams. At the right time, God will open a better door for you. It's time to break out of that box. Don't let the limitations of those around you hold you down. You were made for more. You have new levels in you. There are seeds of greatness waiting to spring forth. You may have had some disappointments in the past, but this is a new day. God is about to release His favor in a new way. Chains that have held you back are being broken. Doors are going to open that you never dreamed would open. Now do your part. Keep feeding your faith, feeding your hopes, feeding your dreams. Stay on your diet. No more feeding doubt, negativity, compromise. No more mourning over what didn't work out. Don't use your energy to feed your history. Use your energy to feed your destiny. If you'll do this, I believe and declare, you're about to come in to Jesse's house. You're about to see new levels, new opportunities, new relationships, the fullness of your destiny in Jesus' name.
If they can do it, I can do it. And that's the mentality. If somebody else can do it, you can do it. And I said to myself, I will do it and I will do it better. That's the mentality. And I believe with the mentality is 50% of the success in what you're doing.
Winning is a decision. Winning is going to cost you everything, but it's going to reward you with so much more.
It is.
This is it. This is the day that you put it all on the line, because everything that you dream of counts on what you do today. No more half in, half out. It is going to take every ounce of you to get to where you want to go. But it is up to you at the end of the day. Will you continue to live a mediocre life, or will you finally put it all out there?
It's not always about winning the day. Sometimes it's about surviving the moment. If today feels heavy, focus on doing one small thing. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need to make it through the next hour. One choice, one step, one moment. And when you do, give yourself credit, because some days that's a victory in itself.
You have to be able to use what's given to you. And we are unfortunately given way more negative than we are positive. So how are you going to use it? Are you going to use it by letting it, getting shy and sitting in the basement, saying, man, I'm not really ready to play this game? Or are you going to use it like, hey, you, I deserve this. I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove you wrong. And then in 5-10 years, you're going to walk in the room and all those people that doubted you, all those people that said negative to you, all those people that made jokes to you, all those people that rolled their eyes at you, they're all going to tell you how proud they are. I always believed in you. I remember, and you'll remember too, every single person that ever said negative things to me. I remember all of them. By the time they come back around and say they're proud of you, you don't even need the validation anymore because you already know. And that's the most powerful thing that you can have. Your own belief in yourself, proving yourself right, proving that you do have what it takes. And nobody can take that from you once you've built that.
Your growth will frighten people who have no plan on changing.
Don't ask anyone what they think you should do. Make a decision. You're going to do this. You're going to make a decision right now today that you are never going to lower your standard of living. You have the potential that God gave you. You've got all the potential in the world. Anything anybody else does, you're quite capable of doing. But you've got to make a decision to do it. When you make a decision, the way will always show itself.
Any skill must be nourished over and over again. And this is why skill attained by investing a lot of effort. And the only way in order to express this is by repetitive structure, repetitive movements.
Some people start off with life served to them on a silver platter, and I bet you think that's better. The thing is, though, money can't buy purpose, and I guarantee that when you start off with the epitome of what people deem successful, and you did absolutely nothing to get there, the emptiness is haunting. Everyone is the victim of something, but it's only those that find meaning in their struggles that eventually become their own hero. When you take resistance away from a person, they're left with no reason to push. So your situation, though it's heavy by nature, is exactly what you need to keep going.
Remember this, is that people are time wasters, and the great majority of people have no goals, they have no priorities, they have no plans, they have no concern about becoming successful, and they think that you're the same. They think because their time isn't worth anything, that your time isn't worth anything also.
Always directly approach what you want is the wrong way. Why? Because it is one-sided. You want freedom? Face the structure. Face the hard discipline. Because if inside this hard structured form, you are able to have the freedom, you feel free inside this hard form, that is the freedom.
The axle around which the wheel of life turns is goals.
This is why a goal is so important, because we will become that. We become what we think about. Now, it may be fantasy at first. It might even appear to us as being a lie. But if you read it often enough, you'll start to believe it.
Every day is a good day if you make that the case. And I don't mean having some fake positive attitude towards the day. I mean actually making it a good day through what you control. You see, people think that having a rock solid routine fixes everything, and it might fix some of your problems, but it doesn't build immunity to external problems. The goal is to build the highest minimum possible in terms of what you carry out on a daily basis. You see, in my case, my worst day possible where things go horribly wrong and I achieve nothing, this is what I like to call the best worst case scenario. Life becomes very problematic when you leave everything in the hands of happenstance, because when things inevitably go wrong, you'd be left with the feeling that there's nothing you can do to progress life towards being better. Take advantage of what you control and you will no longer be left with that feeling. You can exercise, you can eat healthy, you can think intentionally, and you can make these things the baseline accomplishments of every single day.
Your new life is going to cost you your old one. It's going to cost you your comfort zone and your sense of direction. It's going to cost you relationships and friends. It's going to cost you being liked and understood, but it does not matter. Because the people who are meant for you are going to meet you on the other side. You're going to build a new comfort zone around the things that actually move you forward. Instead of being liked, you're going to be loved. Instead of being understood, you're going to be seen. All you're going to lose is what was built for a person you no longer are. Let it go.
The strength in loneliness and heartbreak. Loneliness and heartbreak. Two things that everyone fears, but no one escapes. These are the moments when life feels like it's been stripped bare. When the world seems a little colder, and the weight of it presses down on you in ways you didn't think possible. But here's the truth. It's these very moments, these periods of isolation and pain, that have the power to change you in ways nothing else can. They break you open, they strip away the illusions, and they force you to confront yourself. And it's in that confrontation that you start to become something more. When you're in the middle of it, when you're feeling the sting of being alone, or the ache of a heart that's been broken, it's easy to think that this is all life is, that this is how it will be from now on. But loneliness, just like heartbreak, is temporary. It's not a life sentence. It's a season. And like any season, it's there to teach you something. It's there to give you perspective. When we're surrounded by people, by noise, by distractions, it's easy to lose sight of who we are. It's easy to drown in the external and forget about what's happening internally. But when you're alone, when there's no one there to distract you from yourself, you're forced to confront your own thoughts, your own feelings, and sometimes your own pain. And while that might sound terrifying, it's also where real growth happens. Loneliness shows you who you are without the noise, without the validation of others, without the constant need for approval. It strips away the need to perform, the need to be something for someone else, and forces you to be you. And maybe for the first time in a long time, you get to hear your own voice clearly. And heartbreak teaches you something different. It shows you that love, for all its beauty and all its power, is fragile. It can break, and when it does, it leaves you questioning everything. Your worth, your future, your past. But it also teaches you something profound. It teaches you about resilience. It shows you that even when your heart feels shattered, even when it seems like the pieces will never fit together again, you can still survive. You can still heal. And when you do, you become something more. The broken parts of us. The parts that have felt pain, that have experienced loss, that have known loneliness. They don't weaken us. They make us stronger. They make us better because they give us depth. They give us perspective. They teach us to appreciate the moments of connection.
Hey everyone, Daily Key Motivation 2024. Today speak all the pressure of life, all the negative things in the news. It's easy to become sour and happy where everything's a burning keeps at that attention out of your home. Your home should be a place of peace, a place of joy. One thing about Victoria is she loves to look. She loves to have fun. She keeps the atmosphere of our home joyful. Like all of us, we have challenges. There are things we could be worried about. Our mind could be in the future, trying to fire out of thousand things. Could be in the past, focus on setback, things we should have done better, but we do our best to stay in there now, to enjoy each day, to not just be process but to be connected. Look man, if you go something that be bothering you in your life, get past. Don't let that wallowing in your past man. Your past is back there. You can drive your car looking in the revive mirror. If God wakes you up, it's a signal from God